Throughout this pandemic, high case rates have been used to justify draconian lockdowns. But plunging case rates that we've seen in recent days bring no suggestion that lockdown will end. Any situation in life, however dreadful, will feel normal if you get used to it. But that doesn't make it right. Ask anyone that's in a bad relationship. And so, yes, we are used to being imprisoned in our homes, having our civil liberties curtailed and economic damage being the norm. We're used to it. This litany of horrors is something that perversely and worryingly we've become acclimatized to. It's become normal, and this is a very dangerous place to be. Lockdowns and tiered restrictions shouldn't happen for a day longer than they have to. And yet the expectation is that we'll have to wait until April or May or June or July, who knows, before the government are kind enough to return our freedoms. But of course, there is no time to wait. Every day, thousands more jobs are lost, thousands more lives are damaged, and the non-COVID death toll that no one seems to care about or ever mention continues to spiral upwards. And there are too many voices now hinting that, frankly, we'll never get back to normal, that social distancing and other restrictions are part of reality now. This is what I fear that we're being softened up for, folks, and I'm calling it out on this show. Distancing could be with us for years. We may be masking up every winter. With rolling lockdowns, our joyless war on COVID could last for years, if not decades. Well, I say no. When in history have we decided to battle one disease to the exclusion of everything else? This disease that is non-fatal to the majority of the population. This disease for which the government have confirmed a third of carriers don't even know they've got it. Remember the advice, act like you've got it. That's what we're told, act like you've got it. What else have we got to do? Dance like no one's watching, sing like no one's listening. We don't even know definitively whether lockdowns are significantly and decisively effective. We don't know about distancing or masks. It's all up for perfectly reasonable debate. Let's hope they were effective. Let's hope they were the right thing to do. But keeping all of these restrictions forever? No. Social distancing forever? No. Face coverings forever? No. Those hellish arrows in supermarkets forever? No, no, no. Lockdowns forever? No. For years and years, no one has batted an eyelid about tens of thousands of very sad deaths from the flu virus. We vaccinated vulnerable groups against it and we got on with our lives. We accepted it was there. And that's what we've got to do with COVID. So why isn't there a roadmap out of restrictions today? I accept all of the rules. Of course I do. And I follow them. Always have done. Always will. And of course, let's finish the job of the brilliant vaccine rollout. Of course. But we need a national conversation about all of the rules disappearing over a reasonable and brisk time period, never to return. Now, some people say that in the years to come, it's not too much to ask to endlessly sanitize, to socially distance, to cover your face, and even to once again stay at home. Well, yes, it is. When the pandemic is over, it is too much to ask. It might have been too much to ask already, but we accepted it on the promise it was time limited. But going forward, it is too much to ask. By all means, take these measures yourself, of course, and I'm sure many will. But we must recalibrate back to being a free society where we judge the multiple risks of life for ourselves. Life is dangerous, always has been, always will be. Risk is built into every human transaction. Why am I saying this? And why do I rant on about this on a daily basis? Because it's so sad what's happening out there. I'm so sad. All the damage, all the devastation to your lives. I can't watch it and not say something. I can't sit back like so many of my arrogant, well-paid colleagues in the media who wag their finger, judging you for wanting this to end. Quite the opposite. I'm with you. I've got your back. I want this to end too. Restrictions must end as a matter of urgency because the price paid has already been too high. And when this is over, and it will end, take my word for it, the message going forward has to be clear. Never again. This is Talk Radio.